What up?
What's up?
On champ?
How much?
Your eye looking good?
Yeah.
Yeah, looking good. Healed up. That's good, man. Man, I wanted to talk to you right after your fight. I know you had some healing to do and stuff, but I was really impressed with your last fight. Um, how did you feel about that fight?
Good. I felt like it was one of my best performances. That was definitely one of my favorite fights. My last.
What about it for you specifically did you like?
I just feel like I showed more than I'm just a power puncher. I just showed like that I'm a different Floyd.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was really impressed with just the basic speed and power you had. Really jumped out visually. Is that something you've been working on?
Oh yeah,
The power and the speed is something you're actually focusing on, or like, what are your main focuses now in the gym when you're trying to improve and get ready for that next level?
just the basic. Everybody. I mean, well, yeah, just the basics because we got the power and the speed. So just going back to the basics and continue to work on what we got to work on.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked your reaction to getting cut because I mean that looked like it was a hard shot too. No, the headbutt.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. I will say it was a pretty hard headbutt. I get that to him.
Did it buckle the knees for a second, or you were good?
Nah, it was just like a flash, like oh,
Like a yeah.
and then I got up. I didn't feel I was cut till I started tasting it. I'm like, blood. I was like, it is what it is.
Damn. Yeah, that was. But that showed. I mean, you'd never been cut before, right?
Nah, my first time ever.
And what went through your mind? Did it even rattle you, or were you just like, fuck it, let me just keep fighting?
Nah, not at all. I feel like it kind of hit me though after the fight because that's when my head started hurting. That's when I got a
I got worried for you because a little bit because those that's like taking a shot, right? And that could I was worried it might fuck your legs up a little bit afterwards, but you seemed okay.
got a hard head. Yeah.
Now he didn't do that on purpose, right? It didn't look like it.
Nah, he did that. He did that on purpose. But he was trying to hit one on me. But I mean, it's boxing. Uh, and I ain't I ain't mad at it. I mean, he was getting tossed up the whole fight, so he has to do something.
Okay, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, man. You know, I feel like so you're in a division right now that's stacked, right? You got so many guys in your division. Um, is there anybody in specific that you would want to fight if you could fight anybody right now?
I get that question asked a lot.
Right.
They just don't respond, so I got my set goal. So when it's time to fight each and every one of them, it's time to fight.
Okay. So you don't really care who, doesn't really matter.
I don't care who it is.
I mean, it's great because so there's you and I guess Keyshawn's in your weight class, right? Yeah. So you and Keyshawn, I feel like are the two big prospects. Am I missing somebody right now?
Let him cook. Let him cook.
I didn't hear what they said.
He said when. What'd you say?
When did Keyshawn become a good prospect?
Ah,
But
okay.
it's just me and him right now. 135.
We can
You got 135.
not
There's Dad. I knew he was there.
shine into this. Keyshawn is not a top prospect fighter. If people to claim that, who did he fight? We fight every 3 months, so we know we grinding. So I'm not gonna put this guy on the same caliber as us, and he's barely fighting.
Okay. You know what? And you shouldn't. You shouldn't do that. You should have that outlook. I agree with you. Um, but yeah, I mean that division now. So here's the question though: you're 135 now, but where do you see yourself in maybe 4 or 5 years when your body like matures, you get bigger and fill out?
Well, our goal was to always be three-time weight division undisputed champion. But now that you see Crawford and Charlo, they what 2 times now, possibly three. Now I'm trying to shoot for the four. So it all depends how 154, 160. I say.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, it works when you get closer. I hear you better. Okay, that's dope. So, how old are you now?
Say that again.
How old are you now?
I'll be 21 in 10 days.
Oh my goodness. So we're just seeing the beginning, huh?
Yeah. Everybody think I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you carry yourself well. Well, let me ask you this, kind of rearing off topic, but did you see the Spence and Crawford fight?
Yeah, I seen that fight. Hurt my heart.
So what? Talk about it. What'd you think?
That right?
No. Well, I thought Spence was gonna win. That Spence is gonna come back stronger.
So were you shocked? You were shocked at the outcome then, I assume.
Sadly, yeah.
What are you cool with Spence, or you just liked his kind of style fight, or what made you choose him? Going for Spence, but obviously he didn't win. What do you think? Why do you think he didn't win?
Because he had some brain damage, I think, from his car accident. But that's just me, though.
You know, you're not the only person, because before the fight, and I'm not making excuses because I actually think Crawford would have won no matter what, but before the fight, you know how they were saying he looked high? Did you see that?
Yeah.
I don't think he was high, but like, what do you think that was? That look that he had? He was kind of slower. He looked a little glazed over. Like, what'd you make of that?
Only Spence can tell you.
You think maybe it's the car accident kind of catching up to him?
Yeah, it was definitely a car accident.
Do you want to see the rematch?
No. Ain't no point on no rematch. He lost. I mean, whether he had brain damage or lost, he got beat bad.
Well, let me ask you this: as a fighter, if you had a fight that, forget about losing, because I know you don't even want to think about losing, but let's say you didn't do as well as you want to do, wouldn't you want to fight immediately, rematch to prove yourself?
Say that again.
He wouldn't face that. He said if you ever face something like that, like, no, so we wouldn't be able to understand that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But like, I guess what I'm trying to say is the mentality of Spence. Like, he's gonna want to jump right in there and make it right. You don't think you should do that?
Nah, I mean, still, like, I feel like if he, and you know, what I'm thinking, my opinion, I feel like even if he didn't have brain damage, I feel like the skill was just too much. Like,
Yeah.
And Spence was, you know, just coming straight forward. You know how he usually fights, and I feel like Crawford, if he would have fought the same fight with a different Spence, it would have been the same outcome.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm with you. Um, I mean, what surprised me was, I don't know if you remember, I think it was in round 3, after Spence went down for the first time, he came out and he hit Terrence with a hard overhand left, just caught him, but it didn't do anything. And that's when I was like, oh shit, you know, like so his power didn't seem to be as effective in this fight either.
I'm telling y'all, that was a totally different Spence, in my opinion, at least.
It was, but like, how about this though? If that's the case, which it might be, why didn't it look like it affected him just a few months earlier, or not a few months, but against Ugas?
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, still during that fight, I mean, when he got clocked by Ugas, he got stuck. I mean, in my opinion, nobody just gets hit and just gets stuck there, you know, thinking their teeth fell out. So,
Okay.
you know.
Okay, that's a good point. I mean, he did do that with the Garcia too,
Yeah.
remember?
And then plus Ugas and Garcia, those aren't Terrence Crawfords. Those are totally different level fighters. I mean, you got fighters coming flat-footed. That's what Spence wanted. You know, somebody standing right in front of him. When Crawford was moving, they couldn't do nothing with him.
So how about this? I know you're not the same weight, but how would you handle a fighter like Crawford?
That was the game plan.
Tell him put Keyshawn in the ring.
Keyshawn ain't no Crawford.
Well, that's his boy.
That ain't even a good comparison. Not Shakur would be the closest thing.
How would we know? That's a fantasy match. I mean, we can't pick no fantasy match.
Like, how do you handle a boxer puncher counter puncher? Is what I'm saying. Like, what kind of game plan neutralizes somebody like that?
Everybody got a weakness. We would have to study his weaknesses and find out what flaws he made.
Right.
And then exploit his flaws and take away his strengths. It would be that simple.
Right.
He did against Spence.
Well, and you said something right. I guess Shakur probably is the closest thing, right?
Yeah, definitely not no Keyshawn.
No. But you guys might be on a crash course, you and Keyshawn.
Oh, we are. Most
Not
definitely.
Keyshawn. Us and Shakur is on the crash course.
Not because Keyshawn, what? He's 9 in the WB, 8 now.
We right behind Shakur. It's us and Shakur.
No, Shakur's below us now.
Yes.
Shakur's number 7.
And we number 5, so we're gonna go on the crash course with Shakur.
Right. And then Frank Martin too, right?
Frank Martin might get taken out of there before I get to him. I mean,
yeah.
There's guys in there, so I don't think Frank Martin is. You know, from my opinion, from what I've seen, you know, against those other guys, I ain't gonna
say that again. You cut out for a second.
No, I was just saying, just speaking on what I see from Frank Martin.
Frank is the weakest link.
Yeah, I think he's the weakest one out of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, in his last fight, he didn't look that good. Who do you think is, and take yourself out of the mix of the top, Tank, T.O., Haney, Shakur, who do you think is the best fighter of those 4?
None of them.
I plead the 5th, man.
All right. I got it. I understand. I mean, now
if let's say if I was in 140 or 130,
right,
I would probably put Shakur above all of them. But I would like to see Shakur prove himself a little more.
At 140?
No, at 135. If I was at a different weight, if I wasn't there, I would push everybody else.
Do you think Shakur beats Tank?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now.
Wait, Rolly was beating Tank.
Yeah.
Rolly was. But let me ask you this. So Tank landed that one punch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just a one punch lucky, or is that like a plan? Is it a skill for him to actually get to be able to land that punch?
That was a plan, but Rolly can't take punches. Shakur is defensively smart. He's not going to get caught with nothing clean.
Well, that don't mean he's not going to get hit the whole fight.
No, I'm not saying he won't get hit, but he know how to roll with the punch. Where Rolly didn't even know how to roll. He jumped into the punch.
I got it 50-50.
So, yeah, Tank is going to lose to Shakur.
You got it 50-50. Okay, yeah, that's a tough one.
Said in the interview he don't like body shots. Who was it? I think Valdez who hit him with a good body shot. So
who said that?
Shakur said about the Oscar Valdez fight. He got caught with a good body shot, and Tank loved throwing body shots. So can't count out. I still got Shakur beating him though, outboxing him.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I'm not so sure. I think it's 50-50, but yeah, you never know. It's just such a great division you're in. You know what I mean? So it's exciting. I mean, what's next for you guys? Do you have another fight lined up? What's going on?
October 21st, supposedly as of right now. And then after that, we're going to get that world title next.
All right. What do you guys think about Charlo and Canelo? How do you see that going?
I got Charlo winning. I'm going with Charlo. I mean, Canelo's good, but I'm all Texas fighters.
Right. Kid Austin, from Austin.
Guys,